Pisces, this is your March 2017 astrology reading with me, Anushka. So March is a big month for all of us, and for you it's about stability and money and security. And by the way, sorry about that, happy birthday for all you Pisces out there. So yeah, March is about stability and it's about money and security and it's about self-empowerment. For all of us, March is going to be a time of healing and reviewing things and going back over old ground, you know, things that maybe areas of life that we don't feel that maybe that empowered in. It's going to be a chance for us all to review these things. So we start off with the sun in your sign, maybe bringing some illumination to things you've been going through over the past year, giving you that kind of fresh start and that fresh kind of take on the world and ready to really move into this new year, wanting to be empowered, wanting to make changes. On the 2nd, we have Sun and Neptune meeting, and they are going to be in your first house, if I'm right. Yes, they're going to be in your first house, and this could be quite a nice day for you. This could be quite a magical day. You might feel very in touch with your instincts and your intuition, and your intuition is always very good and very spot on. So I would, it's a nice day just to enjoy and get out there, and you might have some really nice experiences and meet some really interesting, lovely people. Just feel very connected to source or to the world around you. On the 3rd, we have Jupiter, which is opposing Uranus, and that is, Jupiter is in your 8th house and Uranus is in your 2nd house. So yeah, this is going to become a theme for you all month, and this is to do with money and security. So you might be feeling like you want to break free of something. Maybe you've been tied down financially, maybe you have not been that good at handling your finances. There's something that you want to change and shift and grow out of. On the 4th, we've got Venus going retrograde, and it will be retrograde until the 15th of April. And so this is going to be going retrograde in your 2nd house, in your 2nd house, and then going back into your 1st house. This is going to cause you to review your finances, review your sense of stability and security in the world. You're going to want to feel empowered and take back your power, take back any independence that you might feel you've lost. You want to be seen as an adult and as somebody who can handle themselves when it comes to your finances and your stability and your security. So if this is something you've struggled with, then this period is a really great time to look at assessing that. It might be that you find that your feelings of security and how well you can look after yourself are tied in with your feelings of self-worth. Maybe you haven't been valuing yourself enough. Maybe you haven't been thinking that you're deserving of as much abundance as you are. You might be looking at issues of how you feel about money, how much your services are worth, maybe what environment you grew up in. Did you grow up in a wealthy household? What were your parents' attitudes to money? Did you not grow up in a wealthy household? How did that affect you? These are all things you can review, and it probably will, it probably will tie in with your feeling of self-worth and security in yourself, because ultimately it's up to us to provide ourselves with security. It's up to us to feel, to kind of self-parent and provide that safe place for ourselves in the world. And so this is what Venus is asking you to do. It's asking you to take on that responsibility for yourself, to be your own security. So it's a really good healing time for this, and a great time for getting to grips with your finances. A lot of planets are going to be moving into your 2nd house this month, including the Sun, and I think we've got Mercury as well. So the thoughts are really going to be on how can I empower, how can I make changes in the area of finances. Mars is going to move into Taurus on the 10th, and so this is going to bring energy to your communication sector. So you might be wanting to talk about finances and your security. You might be wanting to express your desire for independence, and you might want to, I get a feeling like you want to be heard. You want to be seen as being self-sufficient. You want to express that. So that's going to be a good energy, you know, an empowering energy. On the 11th, we've got Mercury conjunct Chiron, and that's in your first house. It's in Pisces. Chiron is the wounded healer, and it gives us the opportunity to heal, you know, any old wounds we might have. And Mercury is also to do with our thoughts and communication. So you might find that there are some limiting beliefs that you've had that have been holding you back. You might find it might be that the way you speak about yourself or the way you speak about money and your resources might give you clues as to where there's healing to be done. So that's a really good day for a little bit of healing, and I would say to take it easy on that day and just be mindful of whatever healing it is you need to give yourself, you know, just allow for that. On the 12th, we've got a full moon, which is in Virgo, and that's going to be trined by Pluto. And Pluto is in your 11th house. Sorry. Pluto is in your 11th house, and Virgo is in your 7th. The full moon will be in your 7th. So this might be a really nice night or day to get out with friends and get out there and socialise with different groups of people, because the 11th house is about networking and socialising. And, you know, the 7th house is partnerships and relationships. So you might find that mixing with a bit of a different crowd might be a really fun way to spend this day. You might just want to just get out there, and you might have a really nice peak experience of some sort that you might really enjoy. So, you know, that'd be a nice day. I would say, you know, if you want to be sociable, that's a good day to do it. On the 13th, we've got Mercury entering your 2nd house of Aries, and so that's more communication, more thoughts, more reworking, you know, in your mind about finances. On the 17th, we've got the Sun in your sign, which will be squaring off with Saturn in your 10th house. I feel, and this is at 27 degrees, I feel like you may feel some sort of blockage, because the 10th house is all about how we're perceived and our careers and our status, and you might feel some sort of blockage in your energy and in your ego energy coming from maybe some higher up figure or from work or anything that presents almost like the hierarchy, you know. So there might be some sort of feeling of blockage on that day. So I'd just say to watch out for that. On the 20th, the Sun goes into Aries, so then you're really putting your energies into your finances and reworking them and bringing illumination to what you can do to make sure you have even more security and shore up that area of your life. On the 25th, we've got the Sun conjuncting Venus in that 2nd house. So there might be a breakthrough, or it could be that somebody, or that some answer comes through as to how you can secure your finances better, or how you can get more stability. There's some support there on the 25th to be had. And on the 27th, that's followed by a new moon in that same area of your chart. It really is all about finances, security and stability, and healing anything around that. So we've got a new moon in that area on the 27th, and that means to me that there's a chance for a fresh start. So all of this thinking you've been doing leading up to the 27th, all this reworking, all this understanding of your relationships, your security and your self-empowerment and your money, that's all starting to settle, and you're starting to see new beginnings and new opportunities where maybe you hadn't before. So the new moon signifies a fresh start in that area and new beginnings, and that's really nice fresh energy. On the 29th, we have Mercury trining Saturn in that 10th house of Sagittarius at 27 degrees. So this follows on from the Sun squaring off with Saturn at 27 degrees on the 17th. So now I feel like there might be some communication that comes to you that is really supportive in terms of your career and in terms of your finances. It might be that you hear from somebody, it might be that you get some sort of a raise or promotion or a job offer, or that you have someone that communicates with you an idea that would be a great business opportunity or a great way to get ahead. And that's something to just look out for on the 29th. You know, there's some opportunity there that I think is going to come along, and it's going to come along through some sort of communication, and it's going to be in support of your career and your finances and your stability in this world. On the 31st, we've got Mercury then entering Taurus, so your thoughts are going to go more towards communication. Communication is going to be really strong. So basically, as we go into April, you're going to start wanting to communicate more. It's going to be about how you communicate, but really March is about your stability in the world, your foundations. And so that's really what we want to be focusing on this month, and really healing anything that has to do with any self-worth issues, or any not feeling safe in the world, anything to do with your stability, and just have empathy for yourself, and it could be that someone comes back into your life, to make amends for maybe how they treated you, if you've been treated unfairly, if maybe friends have taken advantage of you, people haven't paid you back money they owed you, things like that. It could be that some of those things heal and some people come back to say sorry or to make things right, or that you start to hold people accountable, because this is what it's about. It's about you having boundaries and saying, this is what I'm worth, this is what I deserve, and not just allowing people to take or allowing yourself to be drained in any way with any of your resources. So I hope that made sense for you, and it's really nice to do this reading for you. This is my first set of astrology readings, so I hope that connected with you somehow. Just to let you know, I'm running a competition and I'm giving away 4 free readings this month. Competition closes on the 15th of March, and basically if you just click this link, it will appear somewhere here, then you can enter your details, tell me what kind of reading you'd like. They're all listed on my website, and I will be doing those over the course of the next month or 2, depending on our schedules, and I will be announcing the winners on YouTube. And it's just a way for me to introduce myself to the YouTube community, because I've been doing astrology for a long time, but this is my first time really putting it out there online. So go ahead and enter if you feel like it. Okay, thank you, Pisces. I hope you have a really good, empowering and healing month. Take care. Bye-bye.